Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Dee and welcome back to Dee's Life Vlog. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Dee. If you are new, hi, I am Dee, of course. And then I am also a 26-year-old college student who currently goes to the University of Florida. Let me fix that. 27-year-old college student who currently goes to the University of Florida. So sorry. This video is a first time sit down. I think this is my first sit down video in like, I want to say 2 months. Yeah, like it's almost 2 months because the last like sit down vid was going to be the November plan with me. I didn't do it for December. Didn't have time, didn't have the energy, didn't have the brain power to do so. So guys, so sorry about that. However, today's video is a little bit more fun. Today we are talking about planning. It is officially towards the like end of like 2026. We have about, I think today at the time is the 17th, so we have about 8 days. Yeah, 8 days till Christmas, and then I think, oh my god, I want to say about 13 or 14 days until January 2026. Boy, it's getting close. So usually I would have had more videos up by now, but I've just been so busy with school and college and things like that. My grades should come out between today and tomorrow, so I'm kind of excited. I have a meeting with my advisor on Friday to talk about a few things, and then in early January you will get the January plan with me and the full breakdown of like what my plan with me will look like for the next of 2026, as long as I stay on top of them. Oh my gosh. But today we are going to go through and talk about some planners that I've had personally, and just kind of like going through and giving my full review, and then I'll show you guys just kind of the planner that I ended up choosing for the end of this year. Don't expect a lot out of me. I broke down and did it. And then the next video after this, we'll be talking about the planners that I'm having for 2026, and then a little bit of a plan with me, or a little bit of a journal sit down vid for the holidays right after that. And then I may do a Christmas vlog for right at the end of the year, and then the first video of January will be the actual January plan with me, which I will film the Tuesday that I am back from the holidays. However, dun, 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 these are my journals that I've had for the past few years, and we're going to go through and have a few conversations about some journaling things. So let's get to the video. Okay, first things first. I am a huge journaler. I'm going to leave a few of the videos that I've done for the past few years linked down below, because I am a huge journaling person. I feel like journaling can be for just about anyone. It just depends on what your journaling style is, and I personally have had to realize kind of like what my journaling style has been over the past few years. I believe personally for me, I didn't start really getting into journaling until about 2020, 2021. So like high on my list is going to be like my first journal that I had when I first started, which is going to be my little tiny little journal. This is, I think, 2021. Yeah, I think this is 2021. Yes, most definitely. So this is my journal that I have for about 2021. I'm also going to leave the videos linked down. I'm going to include a few clips in this video as well of the journal setups that I used to do. This was when I had first started to get into journaling, and I decided I wanted to do my own stationery business. It was a very short-lived kind of thing. I think I had a stationery business for all of about 6 months before I ended up closing it down because I just couldn't do it personally. I just was no longer as interested in doing it. I was kind of stressed out because I wanted to keep doing it. However, at the time, I was making content, trying to like really get into doing journaling and stationery for a while, and I just didn't feel happy with it. So I ended up just leaving it, slightly abandoning it at like the 6-month mark. The last one I did was for June. So 6 months exactly. The last one I did was the planner setup for June, and then I stopped. I had like a full plan for the first parts of the few years. I was doing stickers, sending them out, putting them online, doing little planner setups that I was filming and posting. I was drawing on a regular basis. I was really enjoying myself. However, I just didn't feel as motivated afterwards. And so we did that, and then we stopped. And that was the end of the journaling business. However, I really did enjoy doing this kind of journaling. However, I had to realize that I was doing some kind of creative project for myself, which is perfectly fine. And so me personally, I don't mind having like a little cutesy little life journal. This particular journal, I was doing little sections where I would talk about the things that happened in a day, and this was just similar to how people do junk journaling. I would choose a day, put a picture in, and then make a little journal setup, and then talk about like what my day was like, usually things that really were important to me or something that like pulled me in for that particular day or something that I felt very proud of. For example, like this was an order that I had, did a painting, had someone order said painting, and I was able to ship it out. And so I would take pictures of like the last few paintings right before I sent them out, and I loved it. I loved the setup, I loved the hangout time, I enjoyed all types of things, and I was like putting these out on a regular basis. So as you can see, there was a different theme for each month, and I was really trying to enjoy the vibe. Again, I was making content, enjoying trips out with family. I was living at home at the time, and I was really having just kind of this creative like outburst. I was also journaling digitally as well, which I figured I could talk about a little bit. I didn't do it very long. I journaled digitally for a very short amount of time just because I ended up deciding that I didn't like journaling on my tablet. I did enjoy it. I thought I would. I just felt like I wasn't really paying attention to what I was planning when it was on my tablet and not in like a physical journal. So I kind of like stepped away from doing a digital journal for a while, even though I was still putting out digital planner pages. So along with a stationery section, it would be a digital planner that I was actually posting and putting up on my Ko-fi for everyone to be able to download. And then I would make a little journal setup inspired by the pieces that I chose for that month. And then whenever anyone ordered, make a whole new set of stationery, send it out, ship it out, and have it ready to go for everyone. I loved it. The energy was very, very nice. I love the creative aspect, but it just wasn't something for me. I realized pretty early on that I don't like making journal setups. We'll come back to that, but I don't like personally making the journal setup. I would rather just be able to have it already preset for me. So this has just become a memories journal, and it'll be a part of my 2026 setup. We'll go through and put in a few things that I honestly was not able to put in this year that I just have the pictures for, and I just keep saving little tiny things for myself that I have just not been able to put in quite yet. So I'm gonna go through all of my little pieces that I've collected over the past few years and just start putting them in and make little journal spreads. I'm going to end up getting some stickers, I think, next time I go shopping. So that'll be fun as well. So there's that. Which brings us to the next year. After 2022 came around, and I decided that I no longer like making journal planner setups, and that's perfectly okay. I support you. If you don't like a planner setup, girl, I support you. It's okay. If you want to have it pre-made, that's okay. And so I got it pre-made. As someone who was really into journaling at the time, I was really watching Amanda Rach Lee for a very long time, and when she announced that she was doing planners, I didn't get the first one. I didn't get the first few. But 2022 finally hit, and I decided that I would become a preset planner person, which is okay. So I got myself the 2022 doodle planner. I got it in this little blue and gold. It is disgusting because she has been through some shit. But it's a journal and coloring book. So there's always these different pages where you can color in and have fun and also just put everything in. As you can see, I was like actively journaling. These pages are like full of just stuff. I was not coloring, but I was like putting stuff in here. There's stuff in here. I would do all of my tips. I would write down all of my tips. I would write down my day. I would plan out my month for like videos and things like that. This is when I was still living at home and chilling and vibing with the fam, but I was also still working and then planning and then budgeting within section. I pretty early on realized that although I like coloring, I didn't like it enough to do it on a regular basis. The thing about having the doodle planner is that you have to color it, or it's just blank white pages. It's a large coloring book that you can also journal in, and I think I realized that I wasn't really coloring in it a lot, so I had decided to take a break. I decided to take a break from it, quite honestly. I was like, I'm not actually paying attention to doing what I'm supposed to in this book. I am still journaling. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to. I'm planning, but the act of having to color everything in was throwing your girl off. So everything was blank and it was just black and white and it was unfun, uncolorful. I was trying to stay on top of things and girl, it was not working. It was not working, not working at all. So this just ended up not working for me, but I ended up revisiting it. If you've been watching for a while, I ended up revisiting it, which is fine, but not for me. So that was 2022, and I think if you are someone who is a bright colorful person and you have the time and one of your favorite downtimes is coloring, I say get the doodle planner. Get the flipping doodle planner. I am always a big firm believer in getting the doodle planner just because it is colorful, it is happy, it is fun, and it's for people who need the relaxation of also coloring while also planning. Get the doodle planner. If you want to, get the doodle planner. So that's my main recommendation. So that is my 2022 journal. Let's go and head over to 2023. 2023. You know that time I said I don't like having journal setups? Yeah. I tried to revisit it. It didn't work. So this is my 2023-2024 academic planner. I created this cover all on my own and I love it. I have to realize that I really do like having these fun creative projects where I get the stroke of genius and I just throw it out. I love this cover so much. This was my 2023-2024 planner for me going ahead and starting at Santa Fe College at the end of 2023 and into 2024. I had pre-planned all of my like classes and stuff and figured out what days I had certain things for certain classes, and I was like on top of it when I first created it. And then I was tasked with planning everything on my own, and I got bored and I got busy, and so out of all the pages in this book, these are the only ones that have something on them. Only ones that had something on them. Out of this entire flipping journal, these are the only ones that had something on them. Which is so much fun. I love that. Love that for me. Because now I just have this journal that has the beginnings of like school in it, but I've never actually finished it. I have all types of stuff in here from like semesters, and I had to realize once again, stop trying. You don't like making your own planner setups, which is okay. That's perfectly fine. If you are someone who is very creative enough to sit down once a month and just really get into the planning and making your own full planner setups and like really getting into being interested in having the creative ability to figure out what does and what doesn't work for you, and to just be able to have that time to break it down and set up that journal, do it. 10 out of 10, I recommend you do it. It just wasn't for me. And we will learn from our mistakes, and that is okay. Next, so after realizing that I need something that was preset for me, I tried to get a different journal. I was going to get the Volt Planner. Excuse the coughing, my friend is out in the kitchen dying. But I tried to get the Volt Planner, but it sold out before that I could get it, and I haven't gotten it since just because I didn't want it. That's okay. But for the next year, 2024, I went back to the Doodle Planner. Your girl went back to the Doodle Planner. I thought I could do better next time, and I kind of did. I did, in fact, do better. This planner, I kept everything so organized. This entire planner is full of just stuff from all of my classes, from work. I used to include this in like the video sometimes of me kind of like sitting down and planning it out. Like I have worked on this stuff before. This time I started actually sitting down and like coloring at the beginning of the month, where I would sit down and do a few coloring bits. I was tracking my items. I was really trying to get into it, like really trying to make myself this kind of like extra organized, colorful person who's really bright. I was really planning all of my stuff. I was staying on track. I was using this planner. It used to just sit inside of my book bag. I would just take it with me to class and then write down anything that I needed to remember for any of my classes, and just be able to have kind of like a full setup of like things that needed to be done, classes that I needed to be at, certain things that my teacher would tell me in class that weren't on the syllabus. I would also go through the syllabus and like write down when grades were due, when classes had certain assignments due. And I was also doing classes all the way through the summer. So I stopped using it during the summertime just because I wasn't in actual class. I was just at home doing all of my classwork online, but I was still using this journal pretty regularly. It wasn't that I was not using it. I was still keeping track of everything. My thing is, I would just not, I would just not keep up with the coloring aspect. And I was like, I like the size. I like how fun it is, but also it is quite boring to have as someone who doesn't want to color in it all the time. If you don't want to color in it all the time, don't get it. It's not for me. It's not for a lot of people. I think that if you want to try it out and you have the first year and you're really into it and you're really keeping up with coloring every single page, you're using it as like the best planner option, I say keep getting this because it's got beautiful designs. It's a very nice weight style. I love the leather. I love the leather. I love the size of it. I love that it has a little pin holder in it. This is perfect for people who are creative but on the go. And I really just, if you're someone who just likes to sit into a coffee shop and you get your little pencil case and you sit down in the coffee shop and you color and you relax and you vibe, get this. It's going to open up your creativity a lot more as you kind of like color through it. You have fun. You enjoy just the relaxation aspect of having the Doodle Planner. I'm going to leave it linked down below if you want it, because like it really is exactly what you need if you're really trying to be creative but also plan. But I'm creative, but when I am stuck on doing stuff, I don't want to color. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to touch this. Like, it's just daunting that it was always all of these pictures that were in complete black and white, and I just didn't feel like coloring it. And if I felt creative, I would just draw or doodle or do homework or sleep. Because between doing classes regularly, like usually I was doing 5 classes a semester or 3 classes over the summer, I was exhausted at all times. I was working 2 jobs. I did not have the time to relax. I was also falling off on doing any of my videos at the time, so I wasn't with it. And so this planner got neglected so bad. Not for me. I realized that, and it's time to finally let it go. I've tried the Doodle Planner 2 times over, and I have decided no more. No means no. So, goodbye Doodle Planner. You've served me well, but not for me. Next is the 2025 planner, the one I got at the beginning of this year. This is the daily academic planner. This is gorgeous. I love this thing. Here's the thing. This planner is perfect. If you've been following me and you've been watching the videos, you see me. I've been doing this stupid planner. I've been in this planner day in and day out, just putting stuff in here. I use it right at the beginning of the month, where I'll do like at the beginning of the month, I'll just fill it with stuff. and it'll have everything that I need in it, and then I won't show you guys the rest of it because there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it because it's huge. I love this. I love an academic planner down because, again, as someone who's currently in school, I need something to help me keep track of all of my school stuff, all of my journaling, all of the things I need to keep track of, work, assignments, grades, videos that need to go up, all of it. This is so good. It's so good. It's perfect. She works perfect for me. Here's the problem. This thing is huge. The reason why I did not use this thing the entirety of this year is because she's huge. I attempted to take her to classes with me once, and I immediately took her out and was like, my book bag is excessively heavy between all of my books and things that's actually in here. This is even worse. She's weighted. She's large. If you're doing classes online, this is perfect. If you're doing all your classes online, this is perfect for you. You don't need anything else. This is the perfect planner to have as someone who needs to be doing stuff and you're academic and you're not doing your classes in person. If you're doing all your classes online, I say get this journal. Get the daily planner. And I really wish that I could get this again because it would work so well for me for classes, and as someone who's decided I'm really going to stay on top of things all year next year, get the daily planner. Get the effing daily planner. I am going to leave the link down below for anyone who wants just a huge behind planner. This thing is huge. She's large and in charge and too big for me. That's the only reason I did not use her as much as I really wanted to, because I couldn't take her with me. For me personally, I need to be able to have my planner on me. All three of these have been able to travel with me so I can be able to just write things down and be able to have it. If you tell something to me to my face, I'm going to write it down while I'm looking at you because I need to know and I need to be able to see it, to have it written down for me to remember it. As such, she can't go nowhere. She is a stationary piece. She's just a staple on my desk because she cannot go nowhere at all. I can't take her to class with me. She's too big. Can't take her to work with me. She's too big. I can't do anything with this. So it's a no-go. I can't do this. So brings me to my 2026 planner setup. Let's talk. So first things first, yes, I did in fact get a new journal. This is my journal for 2026. This is my planner for 2026. I got this at Barnes & Noble. I'm going to link it down below. It's like $30-something. This is the Good Juju Ink 2026 planner. I love the color. I love that it's already bright. It's got stuff already written in it. It's very colorful. I have nothing written in here right now because I have no idea what my work schedule is and I don't know what my classes are quite yet, so ignore that. And I haven't really written anything in here yet, but we will talk about this eventually when we go for the January setup. But this is my current 2026 planner. I've already put myself in here, a picture of Dee. We'll talk about that more later. But this little tiny thing, compact, nothing special about it. It is literally just the days of the week and the month. The budget planner is right at the beginning of the year, and it's a yearly budget planner. It's got the littlest bits of note pages. She is thin, compact, very small. Nothing like my other journals. My other journals have been excessively thick, even compared to the actual like doodle planner. The difference between the doodle planner and this little random generic planner that I just found at like Barnes & Noble, this is perfect. This is perfect. I don't have to, even the weight is different. Like this isn't as leather as this, but it's still like nice enough on the outside and it's plain looking. I love a plain looking journal. I don't really like anything that's too crazy. I love having this, but that's just because I did this. Yeah, if I put the arm on the outside, then I care about it. If I didn't, I don't give a fuck. But so, this is the 2026 planner because she's tiny, she's small, and she can slide inside of my book bag and I can be good to go. I'm not lugging around this huge journal that's going to annoy the crap out of me because it's so weighted. So this is the 26 planner. That's okay. This is perfect. I love her. 8 down. Tiny baby. I also am going to be trying to stay more on my little like junk journaling kind of idea. This is the same little planner that I've had for years. I think this is just a Lectrum 97. This is just the pocket size. I'll link it down below, but I just have it in like the white color. So I'm going to just link it. That's all. And this is where I'm going to put all of my pictures with my friends, hangouts, talks, and things like that. And then we still have to do the 5-year planner, which always goes in here. Then this is just a little tiny little blank page planner for me to just write random things. I'm also going to use it as a doodle book because I have been wanting to get back into drawing more at the beginning of this year. So I've really been trying to kind of like sit down, have fun with it. And so this is also going to be traveling with me, but it's also thin, floppy, useless. So you see, this will stay at home, of course. And then finally, the last thing is I really do want to get back into my Notion. I really want to be able to have the Notion just kind of like be there for me, because I like to be able to have the digital planner style of like having to be able to do a yearly look at everything without having to flip through it. So I want to have that for next year as well. So we're going to set that back up again and really get into it. And that's all. So these are my plans for 2026, and these are the plans I've had in past years. The only other journals that I've really been getting into is, as we know, this was like my daily little thoughts journal that I really honestly need to get back into, and it's full. She's so full. Then I literally only have a few pages left in it, so this is how much I've journaled over the past few years, and I could definitely go back and like take a look at everything. I first got this in 2022, and I love it. And it was meant to be like an actual daily planner, but I started just using it as a journal to write down everything early in the morning, and I would really just sit there and kind of like have a conversation with myself about how I'm feeling that day, manifestations, things like that. So I'm gonna try and get back into just doing this as a manifestation book because I love doing it. So I really did miss it, so we're gonna get back into that. And then the only other thing I had is this little journal that I got one year. It's A for Alea, if you don't know what my middle name is. It's another little journal, like drawing journal that I have. I just take it with me because I like being able to have it with me. But it's literally nothing in here. So there's that as well. So we're going to be back on the journal grind this year, if I don't lose them all in the next few weeks. But I hope you guys are excited for 2026. Next video will be the full conversation of the ideas that I have for 2026 and being an adult, goals, journaling, and visions for 2026. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. I'm going to leave everything linked. Actually, pause. I'm going to leave everything linked down below. I'm going to link Notion, all of the journals that I have, as well as prior videos, also to my TikTok that has me doing some journal setups as well. I can also post the Ko-fi, the old Ko-fi. Actually, the Ko-fi is actually posted down in the description that has my old planner pages on it and stuff like that. Nothing is no longer for sale, but if you'd like to download anything, I may be able to just make everything free, and then you guys can just download it if you want to. Yeah, it's up to you. But if you guys do enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe if you like enjoying me. All of my social media is linked down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.